little things. Oh my gosh, is she so precious. And actually didn't we find out they're both boys?
Yeah.
And there's the brother. Look at his markings. Let me open this cage.
Oh, look at, no, the baby is the one.
Hi. So this little one has the mark on its face. Look at that. And then it has stripes down the back. So, oops, you just knocked it.
I know.
So his name, I'm just going to take this out because it's leaking for a minute here. His name is Tyga.
And Snowball.
And Snowball. They want to name this one Snowball. But I'm like, it's like he's got like a mohawk. We need to have like a better name. I don't know. But look how cute they are. They're just so tiny too. They're like 6 weeks old?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Put them on my mom.
We were just in the jacuzzi. Can you tell? Oh, look at this one. He's like, what's going on? I want to come out. Come on. Oh, there you go.
Oh, he's getting out by himself.
He's getting out all by himself.
Well, he should
Come on, get those little hind legs over.
Look, we should teach him how to get
Oh my
in
gosh.
out.
He's so cute. I'm gonna totally call these girls, like, they're so cute. Like, how can they not be?
They're boys?
They're boys. The lady at IFA
Excuse me?
said, move your hand, let me just see those stripes. Look how cool those stripes are.
Well, can you put them in here?
Hey, what are you guys doing?
I'm putting on your high heels. Look at see how it feels. I want to have high heels.
Brigham first puts these platforms on there, and he's like, this is easy to walk in high heels. I'm like, those aren't the ones, it's the stilettos. Let me see, Briggy. Oh my gosh. Oh, don't break my shoes, please. Oh, look how cute.
Can you put that on?
Oh, very cute.
Put that one on me.
Oh my gosh. Nathan, walk this way so I can see you, honey.
It's scary.
Oh my gosh.
Hi,
Nice. Yes.
What?
Tyga?
Yeah.
Tyga?
There is beauty all around when there's love at home. This is how we show love to one another. Oh, don't do that, Brigham.
I love you.
Oh, that hurts on the side of the couch.
Oh, no, I think he's fine.
Come on. Oh my gosh. Oh, this crazy light coming through the window. Let's go over here. Let's see this
Put them on the bunnies out here.
beautiful sunset.
Put them on the hot tub. Put them on the hot tub.
Oh my gosh. Well, the lighting is, there we go. There we go. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. Another beautiful sunset. And we changed this guy's name. It's Bolt now. Bolt and still Tyga.
Tyga.
You're so cute.
Face on the other side.
Speak it for us.
Go.
What should I say?
Tell us that you need to go somewhere and you'll be right back.
Si may pupuntahan ako dito, lalabas ko ng saglit. Mag-stop dito, okay?
Okay.
I'll be back.
It's finally like 9:30. Most everyone's in bed. Finally have a moment to breathe. I'm in the white, we call this the white room, even though it's not really white. But I'm with the two little bit. Oh, they just turned their back on me. But I just wanted to share with you guys, I had given a talk in church. I'm not going to read the whole talk. Scott already ripped it in half and put it in our scratch paper, so I hurried and taped it so I could tell you some of the bullet points. So first, one of the bishopric was able, or asked me to, if I was able to speak, and I've said, of course. And then he gave me like this topic of like, gosh, I don't even remember. It's like how I overcome all the trials in my life or something. And I'm like, I don't mean this in an insincere way, but I truly don't feel like I have trials. I am very optimistic, or I try to find the good in everything. The cup is always half full. And when something bad happens, which it does, absolutely bad stuff happens, but I'm like, it is what it is. How do we deal with it? Like, how do we get over this? Because there's nothing I can do to change it if, a major thing that happens. So I'm like, is there something else I can talk on? And he's like, why don't you talk on missionary work? So Scott really helped me with this, but I had the idea of doing like the top 10 things I've learned as a missionary mom. So some are kind of funny and some are more serious. So I just wanted to go over the bullet points with you. Number 1, 24 months feels like 24 days to everyone else, but it feels like 24 years to a missionary mom, and talk about how everyone says, how long has he been out? And when I'm like 18 months, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's gone by so fast. And I'm like, not really. So I thought that was funny. Number 2, what the heck are they doing in there? Don't take the blender off when it's on. They're making shakes. Number 2, despite my life experiences, I don't know more than the prophet. Supposed to be a little bit humorous there. And I was just talking about the new thing that came out where the missionaries are able to talk to their parents and families every week, like on videoing and talking with them, which is such an awesome blessing, and we love it. And then special occasions like when Jackson got his eagle, and when Jackson also opened his mission call, which was amazing. So that was cool. So I talked about that. Number 3, if I ever see a certain elder from Will's mission on the streets, I do not have the right to punch him in the face. And I said, again, let me explain this one. So I told about the story of when Will was first out on his mission, the one of the elders, that was in his flat. Tyler's like, anyways, one of the elders was really mean and treated Will really poorly. Well, beyond that, like he was physically and mentally and emotionally abusive to Will. It was awful. And so we really don't like that elder, and how Will was able to overcome it. And he just chose to serve this elder and to love him. And then he never had any problems with him, which is amazing. Anyways, I wouldn't have been so nice about it. Anyways, number 4, missions are hard, but missionaries are resilient. And I talk about how we send these young boys out on missions. And I read the scripture in Ether chapter 12 where it says, and if men come unto me, I will show unto them their weakness. I give unto men weaknesses that they may be humble. And my grace is sufficient for all men that humble themselves before me. For if they humble themselves before me and have faith in me, then will I make weak things become strong unto them, which is so awesome because they truly are young men and young women that go out there. But it's such a great summary of what these, what these young men and women are. And I truly love that Will has, serving with faith, and it's awesome. All right, number 6, the worth of souls truly is great in the sight of God. And we normally think of this as, all the Will's had success on his mission. He has been able to baptize a ton of people, which is awesome. And that definitely is worth of souls. But the worth of soul means the most to me is Will's soul. That I can truly see him changing and having a testimony of the gospel. And it's just so awesome. And I'm just so proud to be his parent. It just brings me full of joy. I just love it. Number 7, boys will still be boys. Now it's funny because we were just on with Will a little while ago, and I was reading him this talk, and right when I said boys will be boys, he goes, like he already knew. Like he'll forget to tell us when he has an activity and won't get on, and so we're like waiting, and he's like, oh, did I forget to tell you? Like, yes, you did. And then it's fun to see pictures. I mean, he does send some pictures, but oh, look how cute these bunnies are. Hi, Tyga. Hi, Tyga. But there's like these weird animals that the members own, or there's this dead spider, these huge dead spiders that they find in their apartments, or, just silly, weird stuff like that. So he always does that. But he also will send like videos of his flatmates and companions like scaring each other and pulling practical jokes on each other that are, all out of fun, and they're all laughing and having a good time. But it's fun to see that. Okay, number 8, the priesthood is more important than I have ever imagined. So I was raised with a single parent that wasn't active, and we had no priesthood in our home. We did have some, Gavin, don't do that. Like, I know that's okay, but it's still, I don't like that. I don't like that. Just pet him. Just pet the bunny. No, don't do that either. Robbie had a stuffed animal bunny carrying it around and was like throwing it around, and it just like I would see at the corner of my eye, and it kept giving me like I was like, don't do that. Anyways, so it's been great to have Scott, of course, is a great priesthood holder, but now to have 8 sons that I'm able to help teach them and learn so much from them having the priesthood. So I talked about that. And then number 9, don't worry if your younger kids don't seem thrilled about serving a mission. We always would say in our home, when you go on a mission, just kind of putting it out there, that expectation. And none of them were really ever thrilled until Will got his mission call. It was like literally that day when he opened it, all the kids were like, I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Australia. I want to go whatever, and it was so amazing to just see it light up in their eyes, and they talk about it, and they talk about Will serving a mission. And one of the brothers has dressed up as a missionary the last couple of years, and another brother just did this report on the Philippines, and it said on the side like the special, I think I showed you in the last video, the special, I don't know, something about the Philippines was his brother is serving there. It was adorable. So we love that. And then there's this really cool quote that I'm reading this book by Jennifer Nielsen. It's called A Night Divided. And this quote,
Did I not leave the carpet?
is he's dropping around. What the character shares their understanding of what courage really is. And he said, courage isn't knowing you can do something. It's only being willing to try. And it's so awesome. And it totally goes with our family motto as we do hard things. Like, just try something. If it's something to eat, if it's something to do, if it's an activity, big or small, like try, which is awesome. And then number 10, every missionary is different, and that's okay. So I talked about how now watching Jackson prepare for his mission and how he opened his mission call was completely different than Will, and that was okay. And where he's going is completely different, and we've heard amazing things about the Las Vegas mission. And then I wrapped up, of course, talking about my testimony and just sharing that I'm so thankful for missionaries and for the families that sacrifice so much of that time and money. And just having them gone is such a big sacrifice. And it's such a blessing as well. And that, of course, the gospel of Jesus Christ is wonderful in my life. And I'm so thankful for it. And it was awesome. So it went really well. When I'd practiced it a few times, I never got choked up or emotional just because I was like reading it over and over. But when I was talking today at church about the part where Will had that really awful experience with that elder, I kind of got all emotional, and I kind of looked out and I saw some people crying. And then after Tyler because I was like, Tyler, how did I do? Because he'll tell you the truth, believe me. And he's like, oh, you did really good. He's like, but then you totally made me cry, Mom. So did I make you cry?
I got chills.
Oh, see? And Jackson and Tyler are the same. They're like, if we ever see that elder, we're going to punch that. I'm like, well, we don't want to punch him in the face, but would probably never come to America. So that's actually a good thing for us. But so anyways, I just wanted to share that with you. So have a nice evening.